As a country, we are aware that the stance taken by the United States administration has been influenced by a sustained campaign of disinformation by groups and individuals within our country, in the United States and elsewhere. These people who are spreading disinformation are endangering and undermining South Africa's national interests, destroying South African jobs, and weakening our country's relations with one of our most important partners. We must remind these people that South Africa is a constitutional democracy with a Bill of Rights that guarantees equality under the law. We have an independent judiciary able to uphold our constitution and defend the rights of all South Africans. We are a country that has a tradition of dialogue, that has an enduring ability to come together to confront the challenges that we face. South African problems must be solved by South Africans themselves. We have now embarked upon a national dialogue where all South Africans from all walks of life, of all races and creeds, are invited to forge a new future for our country. We have determined, in the tradition of Nelson Mandela and other great leaders that have helped to build our nation, that no one must be excluded. Every voice and every perspective must be heard. And as we invite people to participate, we also invite those who are spreading misinformation about our country to bring their concerns and their solutions to the national dialogue.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane, who is in Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. Yesterday, we had a surprising family meeting with our President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, who was giving us, what must we call it, a feedback as to how the G20 went, thanking South Africans for hosting the guests successfully and all of that. He spoke about America, the issue of not being invited to the next G20 that will be hosted in America next year. We hear it will be hosted on a private golf club of Donald Trump himself, and he says he's not getting anything from that. From hosting it on his golf club, but he does not understand that that golf club will get free marketing, where the whole world will be looking at how beautiful that golf club is. And he spoke about those ones who are committing treason, AfriForum and all of those people who are going around spreading misinformation according to what the president is saying. So I want to talk about that. Before I go and jump into that, let me just thank each and every one of you who have supported the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. We really love you guys so much, and we appreciate that you guys believe in the vision of building schools that are Africanized focused, schools that will teach our children to be creators, inventors, and not to grow up just to become another factory worker on the line. Schools that will encourage our children to compete with the best of the best around the world, and that is Paseta. We want to do it in the entire African continent. We want to see Paseta in every country in Africa, and in South Africa we want to see Paseta in every province of our beautiful country. So thank you so much for donating, ladies and gentlemen. I need to address this this issue of let me start with, before I jump into the other technical stuff, let me start with the president saying that our country, we must get into a dialogue. We are busy with a dialogue. AfriForum are also invited to the dialogue. They must come with their problems and also their solutions. AfriForum must give South Africa solutions. Hey, President, we are man. Yeah, last. I don't know why the president does not put his foot down and say this misinformation is equivalent to committing treason. I don't know why he does not say that word. I think at one stage, EMK opened the case. I don't know where Ipelele the case. I don't know what is going on. We have Black Forum. Remember, we've got Black Forum. They were also starting to fight EAFI Forum. I don't know why they are not being successful in putting this racist organization down. I don't know why. I don't know why. They are costing us the Afri Forum, but I'm going to show you in this video that their costing us is actually costing them more. So now we know, since AGOA has got a new list now that they have. I think AGOA ended somewhere in September, if not July. The previous cycle, every year it gets renewed. So now they are saying they are going to exclude South Africa. Trump is saying we are going to cut all the funds that we are sending to South Africa, and they are not going to have a free trade, a duty-free trade with the United States anymore. So that is the issue that is going on here. And South Africa has been left out of that list. And so South Africa needs to find other buyers. Now, what people don't know, because we are kind of lazy to go and research what is going on actually, how much will South Africa be punished, and how big of a trade partner is America to South Africa and everything. So I went and did some information, some research for you guys, so that you guys can also make up your own mind. Okay, so when it comes to exports and imports, America in the export graph, they are number 3. So we are trading with China 10%, and with Germany 8%, and the United States 7.3%. And that is amazing to know. When you look at our imports, America is also 3 there, led by China and India. So China and India are importing more stuff with America, but look at the percentage, 6%. 6%. Then Germany comes again at number 4. Now I want to show you guys something, because people will not tell you these things, and you guys can go and research for yourself. When we talk about exports and all of those things, if we talk about continents, and not countries, continents that we do trade with, because South Africa is actually supposed to be, Africa, is supposed to be considered as a country, a single country. But Africa is broken into pieces. So you don't know that Africa is actually one of our biggest trade partners when we are exporting goods. Asia is number 1 with 33%, and Africa is number 2 with 31%. And Europe then becomes number 3 with 25%, and America comes at number 4. When we talk about continents, Africa is number 2. We just need to increase our trade with Africa and Asia and Europe. Look at the percentage of America, 9%. Let's round it off to 10%. And in economics, you don't round anything to the nearest 10. But I'm just saying, when we look at the continent, we trade more with Africa than we do with the United States. They don't want to tell you that. They don't want you to know that. They want you to believe that if the United States pulls out and goes and we lose that market, we will be like Zimbabwe. That's what they want you to believe. They don't want you to believe the truth. But when you look at it in terms of countries, the picture changes. The picture changes, because China then becomes number 1 with 12%. And then America becomes number 2 with 8%. And Germany, number 3. And Mozambique, look at Mozambique, guys, at number 4. And then you've got the United Kingdom. You guys can see it there. The Netherlands, Belgium, United States of the Arabs there, and all of these countries, Japan, Namibia, than all of these countries. So now when you break the picture down into single countries, then you can see a different picture. Then you can see just how big of a partner America is. But you can see China is beating them consistently every time. Let that let that thought marinate in your mind. So as much as we need them, they need us also. We export a lot of things, but remember now, if they are taking us out of AGOA, it means we'll have to pay the duty excess fee. So we are going to pay for our goods to get there. So meaning our goods are not going to be as competitive as other African countries as other countries that export goods and services actually to America. So now that is where we are going to fall a little bit short, and you should ask yourself, what is it that we are exporting? Is car parts most of the time, and farming is going to be hurt the most, because the goods that we have here, they are now going to have to compete with other goods, but our prices are going to be higher. But some of the things that we supply from South Africa is top quality, and some countries don't have some of the raw material and some of the goods that we have here that we export to them in terms of farming. So they still need us. We just have to sometimes reroute to another country, like just take these things to the next door country that does not have to pay the duty fee excess, and then so that they can be exported. Then you can play around with it. It can still come from South Africa, but with a different route. So I went and checked in terms of our exports to other countries. I want to go and check on the SARS website, because I wanted to check what does SARS say in terms of that. So we're exporting something like 110 billion to the world. This is in 2014, and then you can see China is number 1 with 12. This is the same graph as the other one. It's just broken down into small countries so that you guys can see what is going on there. The United States and at 8 billion, Germany at 7 billion. Look at that. Germany is almost equal to America, just 1 billion less. You know, I'm surprised Mozambique is that high on this list. What are we exporting to Mozambique? And then you've got United States, Japan, India, Botswana, Netherlands. I mean, you guys can go on and on with that list and check that list out for yourself there. I got it on the SARS website, and you guys can check that out, okay? You can check all of those numbers out there. Is this from the Trading Economics website? Excuse me. This one is not the SARS one. The SARS one is the other one where it's showing the import and export. The first one that I showed you guys, the export and import numbers there. So that is what is going on here. But we thought that they cut our subsidies. Because Trump has been threatening to cut the subsidies since last year. Now I thought these people have cut those subsidies. For health, I mean, they are sponsoring mostly NGOs and stuff like that. I thought they cut those subsidies long time ago. So they are only cutting them now. So let's go for 3, 4 months, 5 months, and let's write a message to AfriForum to say, no, we are still doing all right. And the reason why I've always maintained to people that South Africa will not be like Zimbabwe, how Zimbabwe was done, and the sanctions that Zimbabwe had that hurt South Africa, is because of the position of brand South Africa to the world is different from brand Zimbabwe to the world. Zimbabwe is not where South Africa is. Economically, in terms of the brand South Africa, you will see even in the G20 next year, if Donald Trump continues to do what he's doing, you might find other countries boycotting to go to the G20. If he continues to do what, because they will say we cannot be ruled, there is no rule that allows one member of the G20 to exclude another member without the buying in of the other members, you know. So South Africa's brand is different. And to prove that South African brand is different, they pulled their subsidy funds from us. China jumped in and said, hey guys, I'll give you 3.49 million US dollars. Remember, their subsidy was $115 million, but the first quarter of next year, China will give us 3 million, and then they might add. It's not going to be equal to that one, but we might have another country coming in and assisting us with that. And the less countries assisting us, the better. We need to do things ourselves as South Africa. And by doing things ourselves, we need to own our minerals. We need to take these minerals from the private sector and put it in the hands of government, have good governance, and have good politicians that have got the will to serve their people, and take those minerals, and we will change. South Africa will overtake Dubai. In a few months. Dubai only has oil, for crying out loud. So I think we can do that. So China has already come in, and they are saying they will assist South Africa. We will see, maybe Brazil will come, Russia will come, also give us a few millions, and then those programs can continue. Mostly it's HIV programs and all of those things. And South Africa is a world leader when it comes to research in HIV and everything, because we've got the biggest enrollment program here in our country. So that's it. So that's what I wanted to say. I'm disappointed with the president for not being Tina's Funa president, to be hard and whatever, but in a diplomatic way. Sometimes you need this type of president. If you had a president like King Seso, I would Trump, and said things that can even start a war unnecessary. So maybe the way our president is dealing with these things, maybe is the best way to deal with it. But not allowing to be bullied, but not also pushing back too much, because when you compare South Africa as a small country compared to the United States of America, United States of America, compared to a single country in the southern tip of Africa, you need to be wise when you're dealing with those type of people, and to make not to make unnecessary enemies. When is Trump's term ending, Kosiam? When is his term ending? Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in on King Seso. Really appreciate it. It's December now. For some of you, you are still going to work up until next week. Some of us will continue for 2 more weeks. And some of you, my doctor friend, he says he will be working throughout Christmas and December. We'll be working. So there's no stopping. For content creation, I'll be taking a break, but you guys will be getting a video. 2 days will not pass before you guys get a video in December. But that's not now. For now, we are still good. We are still flowing. And I appreciate everyone that has clicked the subscribe button, as we are still targeting that 60,000 subscribers. We need to do so. We are 1,400 away from 60,000 subscribers. All you need to do is click the subscribe button. If you're enjoying the content, I will really appreciate that. Thank you so much, my African people. Please be safe too. Let's not write about rest in peace, Banban. It's December. Don't get excited on the road. Don't abuse alcohol. Don't go and beat women and go and sleep in prison. Don't go and do nonsense there and try to be a steering. Just be safe, guys. It's just another month. Don't be excited. Spend your time with close friends and family, and don't be excited. Please, let's go and see 2026 all together safe. Be safe on the roads, man. Be very safe on the roads. Hi, what's the king? Hi, guys. Till we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace and Pan-Africanism.